I'm just gonna quickly talk about 2 missing person cases that I read a couple days ago. And I was looking for information on these cases with Niija Council and cases with Aubrey Dameron. These 2, the information is telling, but not much. Not much at all. The first case, Niija Navea Council, 20 years old. She went missing from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania on September 1st, 2013. Her family says she was last seen at her residence, 6236 Lindbergh Boulevard. She would live in a household with 2 young sons. One of her sons was an infant. She was never seen again. However, in another article, it was her boyfriend who was the last person to have seen Niija. Niija may have left in her vehicle, an article stated. She was having car trouble a month prior, or maybe alluding to the fact that maybe she had been picked up by someone due to her car having issues. There wasn't too much talk about a missing car, so I'm gathering maybe she was picked up by someone or maybe had gotten a ride by someone. However, again, there's no information except she was having trouble with her car prior. In the articles that I've read, again, the information was just so scarce. I looked on a Facebook page. There's actually 2 that belong to Niija. One, she was in a group for bisexual women, and in 2018, it was an organization, I'm sorry, I forgot the name of it, but an organization for the LGBTQ. I think it was an organization from them that brought her story to that group. Then there was another page under another name, but it was definitely Niija's page. It was a page from a couple years before her disappearance with not that much activity on that page. Now, what was peculiar is that her actual Facebook page was actually updated on September 23rd. Now, she's missing. She's missing since September 1st, so that means 22 days after she was said to have been missing. She updates her Facebook page, and there are several posts as well. Nothing pertaining to her being in any kind of danger. She talks about the regular stuff, food. She takes various selfies, and she even says something about her children. Was that her that really posted it? That's what I said in my head. Only the ones closest to her would know if she posts that. So I'm going to say that she did post that. Again, there's no information on this young lady, so I haven't even heard of anyone saying the post after her disappearance wasn't even hers. No information. I even tried to look up maybe old videos in Philadelphia that may have broadcast her disappearance on the news. No old news stories. Absolutely nothing. Around the time of Niija's disappearance, she worked as an alternative dispute resolution professional. So she would basically help in mediation to resolve disputes instead of the parties going to litigation. So could that may have been something that would cause her disappearance if somebody didn't like the way she was mediating for them? I have no idea. I read several comments posted by friends, and a comment to me stuck out. it just said basically she was looking for her friend and there has been no arrests. So maybe, her friends and family believe that somebody should be arrested. There's no information on this woman. There is no information on a lot of the stories that I have read. Absolutely nothing. And I try to look and see what I could put together, but nothing. Niija would be 29 years old on July 23rd. In just a couple of days, she would have been 29. Niija is 5'7". She weighed 150 pounds. Her hair was black and short. She still had braces on her teeth, and she has various tattoos all over her body. So 9 years later, and there's not a word on what's happening. I'm hoping that her family and her friends, that they know something more than what's put out there for people that are just curious as to see, has this young lady, has she been found? Another case was Aubrey Dameron. She was 25 years old. Now, her friends and families, people that care about her, they call her Shorty. She is missing from Grove, Oklahoma. She's been missing since March 9th, 2019. Aubrey was sharing a home with her mother, brother, and stepfather, and she left the home stating that she was going to meet someone, that it was a friend, and this was around 3:30 a.m. She would leave the house and she just never came back. The family says it's a rural area. There's nowhere that she could even walk to. That's how they described it. Aubrey left her purse behind, which contains medicine that she has to take daily. So basically, she would not have left the home, at least not without her purse, if she knew she was not going to come right back. Could this be a hate crime? Aubrey's family thinks so. The family believes her choice of transitioning may have led to her disappearance. In her adult age, she was ridiculed for her choices of transitioning, and she was called transphobic slurs. Aubrey had been picked on since high school. She'd been bullied and called derogatory names. And this was around the time when she had came out as being a gay young man. And then she would turn into a trans woman. Her family says she never thought of revenge of any of these people that was speaking so ill and badly of her. She would just pray for them. Aubrey referred to herself as, quote, two-spirit, end quote. It's a Native American term of people possessing a blend of male and female spirits. The 25-year-old citizen of the Cherokee Nation has been missing since 2019. Her family felt like they weren't getting any kind of help, that no one cared that she was missing. The police actually blamed Aubrey's high-risk lifestyle for her disappearance. Aubrey's family had actually found help in the end with the national support from the indigenous groups who had raised awareness about Aubrey's case. The MMIWUSA, they have been a tremendous help, the family says. They searched for Aubrey in 2019. This was 2 weeks after she went missing. A bloody sock was found about a half a mile away from the home. The police was given the sock for evidence, but I couldn't see where the family received word on the sock, like, was it Aubrey's blood? Assistance was also received from Crossroads K-9 unit in November 2019, but they said nothing had turned up concerning Aubrey. So this is another young woman that left the home and seemingly just disappeared. And her family has no idea where she is. Her mom does believe that she is deceased in an article that I read. Aubrey was 5'10" and 155 pounds. She has 2 tattoos, a triquetra symbol, I probably pronounced that wrong, on her back, and the word Shorty, her nickname, on her upper left arm. So, sad cases, sad cases. And I'm sure I will find many more like this, but just because it's not enough information doesn't mean that they shouldn't be talked about, that we shouldn't know that these people were here and they left, and it's probably under circumstances that somebody may be getting away with something. They're wanted, they're loved, they're missed.